Okay, it is 3:45, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jamie Trujillo, and you are in High Talk, Low Tech Teaching Techniques, presented by our very own Dawn Dutton. I will be moderating the webinar today, so before we begin, please make sure to note the chat box on your right. You can use the chat to communicate with me and with Dawn. This is an interactive webinar, so there will be points when we are asking you to share your audio and video, so just please be prepared for that. I will show you how to do that once we get to that point. But again, this is an interactive webinar. If you haven't already, you can make Dawn's shared screen larger than the others by just double clicking where it says High Talk, Low Tech Teaching Techniques. Double click there. It will make that screen larger than the other two. And if you have any questions or have any difficulties, please feel free to put it in the chat and I will answer you. So with that, I will turn it over to Dawn.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I want you to note in the title that this is not no-tech teaching techniques, but rather low-tech teaching techniques. We will be going over some things, and as Jamie mentioned, I want to model this as if we were in an online class and show you how these can work in an online setting. I'm going to talk about 5 activities today. This is me, and Jamie has already introduced herself, so I just want to know that you're ready with that. Want to unmute yourself and share your screen and your audio. And I want to go over the objectives for the webinar today. I hope that you will be able to incorporate at least one of the 5 methods presented into your lesson plans, and also be able to customize and edit them to present them to fit your students' needs, and to recognize and appreciate the value of the methods presented for both the break they may supply to students and also their academic worth. These are short activities that can be often used at the end of a class or beginning of class, and to go along with your core curriculum. They are these 5: pronunciation, which I find oddly popular. Every ESL class I've ever had loves pronunciation, and English is so goofy, and there's so many irregular and difficult words and phrases that we can study in a pronunciation in pronunciation practice. I'm going to be talking about a book called Contrasts, Pronunciation Contrasts, and showing you some of the things that we use in there for reading and for reading practice. I use a method called flash sentences, which is pretty easy to set up and is kind of fun, and helps students focus on the screen and read, and helps with their reading. Fast vocabulary is using a computer program that we're not going to be able to use exactly today, but I want to show it to you. And the American Proverbs. What do we want to do with those? We want to talk about culture and what they mean to a culture, figure out what they mean first, and incorporating critical thinking in that, and look at the expressions that are involved in many American proverbs. But most importantly, is that we want to get students talking about their proverbs that they grew up with, or their language, or their country, or their culture. The last is tongue twisters, which are just fun, for students to compete, for them to who can do it the fastest. You can even time. I've done this before several times. I've given students some work to do, and I pull out my phone and I click on the stopwatch. Who can do it the fastest? It's silly and it's fun, but they have to obviously pronounce the words correctly. There's tongue twisters are difficult, and the muscle memory gained from the practice is something that can be used and is of value. So just a reminder, we are on the web, we can help you. And this is the webinar evaluation will be in the chat. We'd like you to complete that later on. Pronunciation contrast is where we're going to start. And right now, I would like someone to read the column. We know that, let me explain, first of all, verbal contrast from the book, Pronunciation Contrast, is broken down by language. Each page includes identifications of languages that have trouble with the I and the I sound. We know that Spanish speakers have trouble with the E and the I sound here. So I would like someone to read this first column on the left, please, both words. And Jamie?
So yes, what we would like is for somebody to please type the word "me" in the chat box to volunteer. We're just asking for somebody to volunteer to share their audio and video. Perfect. Thank you, Elizabeth. So you should see, so we're going to go with Elizabeth first, and then for those of you that have put me in the chat, we'll have you guys go on the next round. So Elizabeth, if you will just hit the request to share your audio and video button, it will show up over for me and I can give you permission. So if you just click on that button to request to share your audio and video. I'm not seeing you yet. And Dawn, I may need your help real quick to just come back to your hop-in tab. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing a moderator panel. So that kind of scares me a little bit. Let me see if you're seeing a moderator panel.
I see the chat to the side.
Let me see here.
I don't see anything.
I'm not seeing. Let me see if I can find it. My apologies.
I mean, Elizabeth is there.
And she says she has no requests. So give me just a second.
Okay.
To see if I can. Nope, that just gives me a chat. Okay. Elizabeth, do you see any blue button on your screen that talks about audio and video? To share your audio and video. If you have a blue button on the top right, no? Does anybody see that? And you guys, anybody can chat. Does anybody see the blue button that says to share? Nobody is seeing this. This is so bad. This is the one session where we wanted this to happen. Okay, nobody's on the left spiral. Let's see, is that? No, you don't want to hit that left spiral. It'll take you out. It should be on the top of the screen next to where it says leave. There should be a button. So why is there not a button there?
If they log out and log back in as part of the steps to get into it, that screen might come up with that on it.
I'm going to try to send Terry a chat really quickly. Apologies, everybody. I'm going to see if she can help me.
Can I the way if we ever get back to the classroom, I can tell you that I had great success with using this with getting students putting these something like this on the screen in the front of the room, and getting two students up in the front. One would read the word, and the other student would be sitting with their back to the screen. So the person up at the front would point to the word and read the word, and then the other person would repeat the word, and then the class would say, yes, that's correct, or no, that's not correct. So everybody gets involved, and it's a good way to practice. But that's in a classroom. We hope that we can have a platform that doesn't have these kinds of problems when we're when we're teaching class, and we can easily get our students to do the same thing. Have two students read these. We can do this online if we get it set up properly. But
Right. I'm still trying to get support. I am so sorry, guys. There should be a moderator panel here. It's not here. So I'm just wanting to check with Terry.
so should we come back to this?
I think we
Jamie?
should, yes. I think we should come back to this.
Well, sorry for that, everyone. Appreciate your patience.
Yes.
Well,
oh, Elizabeth said that you mentioned a pronunciation book. Did you want to talk about that?
the title is Pronunciation Contrasts. It's an old book, pretty old, but I like it a lot. And I'm sorry, I don't have it. I don't have publisher's name or author right in front of me. But I stole all this stuff from them, basically. And a lot of it I developed myself. This is my own development, but a lot of my students have problems with the TH sound, the stressed and the unstressed sound. Part of what we teach in pronunciation is the when we express air, when we push air out, when we don't, and put your hand up in front of your face, and you can feel the air being pushed out when you say the stressed words in beginning or middle stressing sound. Think you're blowing air out. Of course, any words we're pushing out a little bit of air, but we feel it more when we do the when we pronounce the stressed sounds. Think Thursday, throw, thirsty, and three, as opposed to the unstressed th, they, them, this, those, and that. Again, good practice for students to practice together, read it together, or hopefully we could do this online where everyone's mic is open, maybe, or two students anyway have audio capabilities, and one can say it, the other one can repeat it, and we can all say yes or no, is that correct or not? And that's pronunciation practice. This doesn't include, I would like you to do some reading here in the second example today, which is flash sentences. But the first thing I want you to do is read. What I'm going to tell you is that I'm going to show you a sentence, and I want you to tell me if this sentence is true or false. So can you write in the chat either I don't know or true or false?
We don't have anything coming in yet. Oh, Leslie says, I didn't see the question.
Okay, here is your sentence once again. Is this sentence true or false?
Okay, we have one true. True. Don't know. True. That's all that's come in so far.
Well, let's look at it closely here. I would of course have the students read this, but I'll read it. And the HOA is a group that provides surfaces. Oh, that's not the right one. Sorry.
There we go.
A garage is a space. Hey, and I gave you the second one. A garage is a space attached or alongside your house that is made for parking cars. So I would want the students to read that. We would read it together. We would read it. This is for a lower level class, of course, but we would read it together. Have some students read it on their own, etc., and realize that that's a true sentence. Example number 2 is here, and Did you get that one? Can you write true or false in the chat, please?
Couple of true. True, false. Got one false, 3 trues.
Okay. So the way we set this up, I think you can tell how I did this. I went to Google Slides, or you can do a PowerPoint or go to Google Slides and simply write the true or false in one slide, and the next slide write the sentence you want, and then come to a blank slide. And but for a lower level class, you'd give a long time to read this. A higher level class, and make the sentences more complex about whatever you want to talk about. Here, we're talking about housing in our core text, right? So we're practicing it by using a sentence like this. An HOA is a group that provides services to a community in exchange for a fee. Now, that's false. And of course, I would like someone to say what's wrong with it, and how we can fix it. So can anybody write the word that might make the sentence correct in the chat, please?
There you go. Yes, they said services.
Bravo.
Purposes. Yep.
So what does flash sentences do? It focuses the class on a screen up at the front that they're only going to see for a second, and you can adjust that to the level of your class. But it's a fun thing to do to help support what it is that you're studying. Is your main topic or theme for the day. This is a program called freerice.com. Debbie Maldonado showed this to me several years ago. Freerice.com is just that. It is one of those online programs that meets all the criteria that I consider important for any online program. That is, number one, it's free. Number two, it's easy to get into. 3, it doesn't have very much advertising or little advertising. It has some now. You don't have to register for it, and it doesn't ask for personal information to get into it. In fact, it really asks for nothing. You can register, you can get involved with this group that, as I understand it, I haven't really done background check on it, but as I understand it, they do provide rice to people that need rice. And by using this program, you can actually help the organization. But freerice.com has several topics, history and geography and math and English grammar, which I don't like the grammar part. It's a British product, I think. The grammar sure sounds like it anyway, but the vocabulary is very interesting. But the way that well, let me tell you the way Debbie used it, and I like the way she did it a lot. She did it as the beginning of her class. She would flash this one. She would put this up on the board. For example, the screen on the left. She would put that up on the screen and have her students separated in 2 sides, 2 groups, and they would read it, and someone would yell out, "Finish," and they would get a point. And then if they did so well, they might go to something more difficult. These 3 screens represent the beginning, the middle, and the advanced. Then there are 2 levels also between these. But you can see going up to a little higher level, we have the word poi, and what does that mean? Maybe somebody went to Hawaii and they know what that is. But the weirdest thing about this program is at the very advanced level, they have words like skirl. And I would like someone, we're all teachers, we're all educated, right? I have no idea what this word means.
I have no idea either.
Can anybody?
Does anybody want to guess?
In the chat what this word means? Is it a bushy-tailed animal? Is it a twisting motion? Is it a bagpipe sound? so it's kind of like
makes
a
me want to
bagpipe
look
sound.
it up.
Or lower half of dress. Of course, we don't have to wonder about words. We have phones that tell us what everything means in short order, but we're not gonna do that in class. We're gonna have our students put their phones down and do it the old-fashioned way. Try to think about it and look at the portions of the word and do those kinds of things using our brain. And hopefully that's what we're going to try to do. It. Anybody know what this word means?
Elizabeth got it. She got it. It's the sound of a bagpipe. Skirl. That's funny.
So I recommend free rice for a beginning or ending group activity. Moving on to American Proverbs. The proverb here: life is better in flip-flops. Something we can talk about.
Now, just so you know, Dawn, just to interrupt, sorry. If everybody refreshes their screen, Terry has fixed the issue. So if you refresh your screen, you will see the request audio video button, and then we can bring people in to talk.
That is perfect, because I want someone to read this. I can read the first proverb here. Let me remind you that this is, again, something that we want to have our students read and think about and try to figure out, but then also share proverbs from their own language or culture. Actions speak louder than words. And in my own words, I would say, prove what you say by your actions. So can someone read the second one and say what they think that means?
Yes, and Elizabeth, looks like you found that button, so I'm going to let you in. So we're just waiting for her to get her audio. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
Am I reading give someone an inch, she will take a mile?
Please, yes, thank you.
Okay.
And what does that mean?
That means it's kind of it can be kind of a negative comment where the way I repeatedly ask me for favors, and then the favors get bigger and bigger. How I understand it and how I've used it.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Thank you so much.
And the next one, can someone else read that and give me their definition, please?
So Leslie, you had typed me, and Elizabeth, I'm just going to remove you. We can bring you back later. We're just kind of limited as to how many we can have, so I'm going to remove you. And Leslie, okay, we're bringing Leslie on.
Hello.
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 I'm reading the Let Bygones Be Bygones, right?
Nicely done.
Basically, whatever happened in the past, leave it in the past.
Well done. I agree with that one. And the next one, please.
Thank you so much, Leslie. Norma, if you would request to share audio and video, I can let you in. All right, we're bringing Norma in. Might be taking a minute here.
Okay.
Norma, just make sure to set your settings and then just apply your settings. There, she's coming. All right.
Okay, all right.
Hi.
Hello.
What? When it rains, it pours. Is that the one, or the shoe is on
The
the
one
other?
before that.
Yeah, the shoe is on the other foot. I'm trying to remember that one. Am I too young or too old? I don't know. I'm not sure if that means that when somebody else is in situation, that's walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. Never mind. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I don't remember. How embarrassing.
Does anybody want to type it in the chat? Help Norma out? Elizabeth, we're reading The Shoe is on the Other Foot. Oh, it looks like we're stumped on this one, Dawn.
Okay.
Well, Jamie, what about you? What do you think it means?
I think that it is saying that now you are in the other situation. So, for example, if you were the bully and now you are the bullied, the shoe is on the other foot. You are on the other side of things.
Good example. That's what I would say as well.
All right.
Great.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you,
Could someone read-
Norma.
Someone read the next one, please.
So if anybody wants to type me in the chat, we still have, we were still looking for some more volunteers. Just type me in the chat and then I'll call your name. Looking for 4 more volunteers. Don't be afraid. Okay, Nadia, if you want to request to share your audio and video, I can let you in. All right, we're bringing Nadia on.
Hi, Nadia.
Can you guys hear me? Great.
There she is. Hi, Nadia.
Hi. All right. So, sorry, which one are we up to?
When it rains.
When it rains, it pours. I've always taken it as if something's not great, it's going to get worse, or it feels worse.
So say that again, please.
When it rains, it pours? Is that the one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. What does that mean to you?
What I has always taken it as in if something's going wrong, it's just going to feel worse or things are going to get worse. When it rains, it pours, so you get completely drenched.
Okay. It's funny. It just started raining at my house.
Thank you, Nadia.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna get her out of there. Okay, we need a couple more, 3 more volunteers. Anybody want to try? You can also just request to share your audio and video, even if you've read already.
Yes.
Oh, Leslie, yes, please go ahead and request, and I'll let you back in. Leslie's coming back in. There you are.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. I guess if somebody needs somebody, you can always be there to help is basically what it means.
And say that again, please.
I said my interpretation of it is if somebody's in need, you'd always be there. Didn't matter who it was.
Oh, got it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay.
The next
So,
person can read
looks
the
like-
last 2. How about that?
Okay, the next person will read the last 2. Looks like Tanya can't. Her mic isn't on. So anybody else? Anybody else want to? Okay, Elizabeth, go ahead and request to share. All right, Elizabeth's back on.
Okay. Never boils. So if you're anxious about something, if you continue to fret over it, it just makes it slower, especially if you're waiting for something to happen. A watch pot never boils, which I actually found to be true. It does not boil as you would like.
So that's not a
And
proverb. That's
absence makes the heart grow. Yes, for me anyway. Under my mother used to always tell me that regarding boyfriends, that if you kind of let them go for a little while, it makes them want you more.
Okay.
Or, maybe you're in too close a contact over and over. And sometimes if you let that person go for a little while, you reignite your relationship, kind of.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you all very much. So here we were able to do that with kind of had to be patient with the software we're using right now. But in your classes, your online classes, I think you would be able to do this. And I would hope that a lot of these are open to interpretation. I'm not so sure that if someone said that a watch pot never boils is factual. I'm not sure that we can debate that all that much, but the other ones maybe are used in different ways, right? So like life is better in flip-flops. Well, I know I used to work with a woman who loved to wear high heels. I'll never understand why, but she really liked to wear high heels. So she was happier in high heels. So she would think this wouldn't be a good idea. I want to move on. Just a reminder here, if in working in doing this exercise, I think the real value is letting students talk about their own proverbs from their first language. Please read. Someone please read the first tongue twister here as fast as you can.
All right. Does anybody want to volunteer for that? You can just type the word me in the chat box and I will let you in. Leslie says, oof. Oh, man. This is one that we're not getting volunteers for.
I see. Well, I might have to
You're
call on
saying
somebody then.
pass. Oh, okay. Awesome. Norma, go ahead and request to share and I'll let you in. Thank you for being brave, Norma.
You're welcome.
I
Okay.
know.
Purple paper people. Oh my goodness. Purple paper people. Purple paper people. That is harder. I said it faster. It went out a lot faster in my brain than it went out in my tongue.
Okay, do it again. Do it again perfectly, and do it as slow as you can to do it perfectly.
Okay, purple paper people. Purple paper people. Purple paper people.
Good pronunciation.
Yes.
When you go slow.
Yep. So here the L and the L sound, of course, and the R sound. We know that most Asian languages struggle with the R and the L sound, especially when they're in the same word, like purple, and moving the tongue from front to back and all that. So this is a really good practice for them at least, and for many others. Can someone read the next one, please?
Does anybody else want to volunteer? Okay. Elizabeth, go ahead. And Elizabeth is coming on here. Great.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we can.
right.
Go ahead.
I'm supposed to do this quickly, right?
If you can.
Okay. Betty bought some butter, but the butter was bitter. So Betty bought some better butter to make the bitter butter better.
Do it again faster.
Oh my God. Okay. Betty bought some butter, but the butter was bitter. So Betty bought some better butter to make the bitter butter better.
Good job. Good job.
Yes.
Oh God. That was hard.
So the next one focuses on the SH and the CH sound just briefly, but it focuses on the sound of the SH and one CH sound. Can someone read that one, please?
So Leslie, you had said me after Elizabeth. So do you want to try this one? You can request to share. if you're interested in trying this one. Awesome. Leslie's coming on.
Thank you, Leslie.
This is not a fun exercise, may I just say. It's the I wish one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I wish to wish the wish you wish to wish, but if the wish but if you wish the wish wishes, I won't wish the wish you wish to wish.
Yes. Nice.
All
Nice.
right.
Blah,
Yes.
blah, blah.
Pretty good right there. Of course, Sally sells seashells is the SH sound and the singular and plural. And the SH sound versus the simple S sound. She sells. And can someone read the next one, please?
Do we have any volunteers for that one? Any brave souls? I'm hearing crickets.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
If anybody wants to just request to share their audio and video, I will let you in. Elizabeth says she's never seen the full one. I hadn't either until this, Elizabeth. So yeah, this is really cool. Nobody wants to try it, Don. Oh, Elizabeth wants to try it. All right. Good job.
She's
All
awful
right.
brave today.
I'm letting her in. Welcome back, Elizabeth.
Okay, here we go. I thought a thought, but the thought I thought wasn't the thought.
That was
You're
good.
trying the last one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
How about the seashells story?
Oh, seashells. Okay. I thought you wanted. So she sells seashells by the seashore. The shells, she's really seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm seashore shells. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that
That
was a tongue twister for sure.
I
oh
love
my
your
God.
response to this. This is the response I have in my class. I hope that you can have the same. It's so different doing this online, but thank you for your participation, making it work. It's just enjoyable listening to you do this. And again, muscle memory. You can spend some time talking about the academics of it all and the actual technical stuff involved, physical placement of lips and tongue and all that, but you don't really have to. You can just have fun with it and get the same benefit out of it. That's the 5 things I wanted to talk about. Just a reminder you've probably seen this already today, but our workplace, Facebook workplace is my.workplace.com. And Jamie, do you want to talk about this anymore?
Just, as a reminder, if you don't already have an NMDELT email, you can go to www.nmdelt.org and click the request an email button, and it will give you access to Workplace, Nearpod, Screencastify, or Screencast-O-Matic, I'm sorry, and our teachers listserv, which gives you notices of the webinars that we offer throughout the year.
And where are you in this picture, Jamie?
I am the one with my thumbs up in the back.
Oh, right there. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
There we go.
It bothers me that all 3 of the guys look pretty much the same.
I know.
They're not very creative, or something. I don't know. Gray hair and a beard, but I'm in the back left, so.
I knew
Hello.
that one was you.
Just another reminder: the professional development survey, our annual survey that we things were pretty goofy at the beginning of the year. We did not get out to you at the beginning of this year. We had the previous 3 years, but the professional development survey is a little longer. It's a little more comprehensive this year. You can really help us out. We've had a great response so far. Almost 70 people have completed this form, and it really helps us. build all of our plans, all of our workshops, all of everything we do, everything we want to offer to you is based on your response to this. Who needs what kind of training in the state of New Mexico? So check this out and fill it out. If you have not, we've sent it out a couple of times already. We'll probably send it out again, but please check it out and complete it. And motivational coaching for adult education is a course that starts. I think people are still being accepted into that course. It's online, of course, but it starts on Monday, the 21st. That's Monday, right?
Yes.
And I'd like you to check out that. And this is just my last page with the information about our website and the webinar evaluation, which will take you 1 minute to complete. It's just 8 questions. And the last question is comments that you can write if you want to. It's basically 7 questions. If you can fill this out about this workshop here, low tech, high tech, low tech techniques, we'd appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Don. And I put all of those links in the chat, so please feel free to just click on them right from the chat. It is, we just ran 1 minute over,
Yeah,
not too bad.
just went over time, sorry.
That's
Yep.
okay. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to head over to the Tech Slam session. I'm going to be facilitating that. So just go back to your sessions and go into the Tech Slam, and I'll see you there in a few minutes. Thank you so much, Dawn.
Thank you, Jamie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.